got ourselves due first up over for the team one. What is this server name? What? Whoa. I was gonna say for a second, did you just send the demon out of flying? But no, it's just his wings. The man decided to become a satellite in orbit. What is your realm? I'm gonna butcher this, but Del Eternita. Oh, Eternita actually sounds really cool. I don't know what Del is supposed to be, but Eternita sounds awesome. Oh my god. Speaking of awesome, that was a nice little setup. Oh, so no Anthrax. Doesn't have a trinket. Hold on, he has a big ray of frost. Hold on a moment. He actually had to go immunity. Dude might have to go for immunity of his own breath. You are immune to damage, but you're not immune to a fiery breath in your face. Oh, Nova, right as he tries to go in for a quick rush. Wait, Dude actually got himself such good CC. Glacial Spike. I don't know if you live it. Oh, Ice Block. He didn't want to find out. You know, I want to find out. That was actually so clutch. Oh, no. Lemon is going to go for a blind as Dude trying to see if he can recover some cooldowns. Man will have a second ice book available, but it might be in a bit of a rest spot, though. That was well done. That was so well done. If you can Nova a Demon Hunter as about to charge, oh, it's so cool. It's like a monk trying to roll and you just root it in place. It's satisfying, man. Cloak Shadows up for Lemon really early. Big roads to the Dude. Oh, nothing you can do. Ice Block wasn't even available. There's a bit of a permafrost debuff or a hyperthermia debuff before he can block again. And Lemon just had all the dots on the guy and that was just over. Well, trying to see if he could get a bit of CC, bit of a range damage onto Lemon. Does summon up the army of the undead to join into combat. AMS up for WoW with a bit of an IBF. Lemon, I think, is just getting rocked right now. The army is doing work. Actually, quite a bit of damage from all of these pets. But he's barely surviving. Try to see if he can get some bleeds onto WoW. And I think maybe the Rogue used a lot of his offensives and defenses early. What, did he use him against the mage, or did he use him just now versus WoW? I'm not even sure. I wasn't tracking super well. The game is going to be up next, charging in from one Assassin Rogue into the next. WoW immediately trinkets, trying to see if he can go a little bit more self-healing. Silence with the Rogue, but Rogues don't actually use anything that can be silenced. We don't have a single ability, defensive, utility, or anything that can actually be properly silenced. I've seen classes try to silence Rogues. Maybe like you just want to send something at us. But we actually don't have any magical whatsoever. Like if we silence, we still can use all our attacks and everything. Even warriors, when they're silenced, oh, rocking them with that shadow dance. Silent. I mean, it's a rogue versus a death knight. I know I didn't really commentate super hard on that one, but there's only so much a DK can do against a rogue in that kind of situation, to be honest. But like even a warrior, when they get hit with a silence, they can't rallying cry or fear because that uses the vocal cords. Rogues do everything stealthily. Everything quietly without a peep, and that's some big damage on to Jay. Does go for the full death mark, but still able to drop the rogue. Cheat death, barely giving the rogue any survivability. Jay still rotting from those bleeds, but not nearly as heavily without a rogue supplementing back-to-back envenoms into that whole window. Sounds with a fat finger for the record. Okay, cool. Let the record show it was an oopsie. But I noticed a lot more people silencing rogues. And I just thought to myself, like, is there a reason for it? Or maybe it's like it happens so often, it makes you think like it's a strat, right? It's like a planned strat. Trinket for Jay, as there's going to be a blink out of Saya, kind of almost not anticipating, but he's in a good position where Jay is going to go for the blink. Blind is going to destruct him fairly quickly. Saya with full wings available. This is where Jay trying to see if he can control the situation as best as possible. Second poly onto Saya. If he can just avoid majority of this damage of poly, he'll be just fine. Quick and Viz to dampen the damage he's taken. Also images also to further dampen the damage he's taken. Saya, he's got himself lots of potential damage, but he can only do so much at that range. He's got plenty of damage range, but it will be much better at like a 10-yard range though. By that 20, 30, 40, it definitely is playing into Jayhawk's ability to minimize the damage of this paladin. Wall right now for Siam. Still trying to see if you can trudge on through towards the wizard. Hand of freedom, keeping him moving. Jay definitely needs to spell steal the hand of freedom whenever possible and just go for some roots, some slows onto Saya. Separate away. Wake up matches does not get to connect. Saya may be looking at a potential bubble or spell ward in here. More missiles chasing him down. Might need to use something bubble as you can see. The missiles keep rolling and rolling in. He had to use a defensive. If you're popping a defensive like this, you might as well go for regenerate. That is such an unfortunate situation to be in, but Siam is able to save off imminent death, so that's good for him. Jayhawk catching a quick breath with a poly Let's try to see if you can maybe run out Saya, touching the magic, a ring of fire. That is wings available though for Saya. That's quite a lot of damage potential. Stun onto Jay, as long as you're able to get in front of him. Wake of Ashes gets to connect, but that row of missiles, you're able to save it off together again and again and again with a lay on hands, but you still got a mage with plenty of damage up, plenty of missiles, plenty of barrages. Shield advantage should keep you alive. Jay may be looking at an ice block hero potentially. Saya just needs a little bit more damage. That's huge damage. Oh, Saya. I was gonna say for a second, but Saya, oh, he has nothing right now. Blessing of Spell Warding maybe will save him, but the question is, what is the cooldown on that Forbearance right now? Because if Forbearance is down, Jay trying to see if he can get himself a defensive immediately, knowing that a Wake of Ashes is gonna hit him, looking for that shift in power. And Saya, if he can find himself an opportunity to go for wings and spell warden, that's a touch of the magic together with the ring of fire, does end up veering towards Jay, trying to see if he can hold back a little bit though. He's still not in a great spot. Each barrage is going to be deadly. It might just be over. Trying to see if he can get himself anything, but looks like maybe spell warden was down. That or Forbearance was still on him. That is a tough one to fight against, and does have Jay get himself a victory there, picking up the eye, trying to see if he can get ahead of Griff. It is just Jay, Nalx, and Nymera last ones left versus Griff. Did you just shrink it just to get a breath going? I think he did. Jay just fueling himself full of burst right now. Griff with a quick Shadow Strike, trying to see if he can go for a setup versus Jay. As long as Jay, he doesn't have Ice Blocks, so he's going to be in a tough spot. Got himself in biz, a little bit of defense, does get him over to break away, blind on the Griff for just a second. Touch the magic, not touch the magic. Nether Tempest is gone for the time being, which is super unfortunate. Nintendo, how do you join this? You join them by joining the LFG. Check out the stream. We pop the groups over in LFG, usually in Raids Legacy section, usually under multi-core with a 5v5 1v1 Duels, big name in the title in there. And you just pop in. Anybody and everybody's welcome. That's all we do. We do them on Friday on EU, Saturday on A, which is perfect. I feel like I should be plugging more of these in the actual videos themselves for anybody who's like, yo, how do you join in? Maybe I should just go through that with every single one of them. But yeah, anybody and everybody can join, man. We do them on both regions, both of the major regions. Trying to see if you go for a stun lock on the Jay. What was that stun gouge combo? You just trying to see play defensive now. That was the weirdest move. This is why I'm like looking at some of the Griff moves sometimes, some of the clips. I'm like, why is he playing super defensive when it looks like he has himself the opener? I think he plays into dampening. Like, it's just still, I'm convinced he plays into higher dampener. 36%, not high enough. Usually at 40s when he gets super aggressive. Breath doesn't get to connect, but that's a Cloak of Shadows at the very least. Jay trying to see if he can find himself victory out of here, but there's nothing he can do. Cloak being used against the mage, pretty ballsy. But for Nalx, that's now an opportunity for him to get a Blades on the Griff without a way for the rogue to remove him whatsoever. Looking for the guy, but he's not going to be able to find him unless maybe one of the eyes available, or Griff pop himself out in the open somehow. Vanishes are available for the rogue. Got himself a trinket as well as She Death and everything. Immediate trinket for Nalx. Got himself a parry. Big defensive. Maybe a charge. Oh, maybe his add-ons messed up again. Unfortunate. If that is the case, there's not much you can really do about it. Yeah, if that is the case, there's not much you can do. That is a trinket sent too. Eyes are available on the left-hand side. I don't know if he wants to go for them or not. But for Griff, that's a good setup. So now every time he has a go versus Nalx, there's no way for Nalx to break out of it at all. Blinds just gotta be just guaranteed. All I can really do is just just throw snowballs around. Oh no, Griff got himself an opener, but not really going in aggressively. That's what I mean. Griff has like those very non-aggressive openers where he has cooldowns, but he just won't send anything. Into stun, Shadow Meld, what a Shadow Meld, but still he is out the open. So damage broke him out, but Shadow Meld definitely dodged it. Blazed him right after for Nalx, trying to avoid a stun out of Griff. He knows it's gonna happen. Fear to follow. Griff got himself that evasion. I don't know if Nalx goes in for a charge. I think you kind of have to disarm Griff before he gets himself a go. There's going to be a battle stance trying to see if he can maximize damage with Griff before he gives himself an opportunity to recover. It's going to be a bleed. Big charge. Goes in for an execute. Kidney shot for Griff. He's still bleeding out though. Hold on a moment, Griff. That is a weapon throw. Wait, you're still dead. Hold on a second. Oh, he has no idea. He's right next to him. Cheat death. I think he still doubted him. Hold on a second. Hold on a moment. Hold on a second. Stun. Oh, trinket. Oh, who's gonna win this? Cloak. He does remove bleeds though. Nalx charging in. Ah, so good. Oh my god. Nalx. That was amazing. Literally the flying bull. Oh my goodness. One more for sure? Okay, we can do one more. We can do one more. I'm down. I'm down. These are fun. These are fun.